Hey wonderful beautiful people, welcome back to my channel. If you want to see how I transform these into these, keep on watching. So guys, we're going to be starting with our wool thread, a red piece, and we're going to be cutting a piece of thread and we're going to add that to the center of our fork, and then we're going to start at the base of our fork and we're going to wrap all the way around. Now guys, when you're wrapping, ensure that you secure the end of your thread so as to not have your thread loosening. Then guys, we're just going to wrap around the fork. Now how many times you wrap around the fork is dependent on how big you want your pom-poms to turn out. So if you want to have big fluffy pom-poms, then of course you'll wrap your thread more times. Then guys, you're just going to go ahead and cut your thread when you have reached your desired size, and then you're going to take the thread from the front to the back and we're going to make a knot. However, we're not going to make a very tight knot because we're going to be removing the thread from the fork. So you just want to go ahead and use your thumb and just slide the thread off the fork. Then we're going to make a knot as tightly as possible. This is what we're going to be using to secure our pom-poms. So you want to go ahead and use your thumb and whatever finger you can use to secure your knot. Then we're just going to go ahead and use our scissors to cut the excess. Now guys, we're going to be cutting our pom-poms, but be sure not to cut the thread that we have used to secure our pom-pom. So we're just going to go right ahead and cut our pom-poms. After you have cut your pom-poms, you can go ahead and fluff it out, and this is what it should be looking like. Now guys, I'm going to be showing you how to make the same pom-pom again but with multiple colors. You're just going to repeat the steps guys, and if you are making multiple colors and you want your pom-poms to be even, all you have to do is count the amount of times that you wrap around your fork and do the same for the next color or colors that you're going to using. So if you're going to wrap 15 times, you just want to repeat that for both colors. So you're just going to repeat the steps that I did previously. Just wrap your thread around your fork, and then we're going to make a knot at the back of the fork to secure our thread in place, and then we're just going to use our thumb to slide the thread off the fork. Guys, be sure not to wrap too tight or else it will be difficult to remove from the fork. We're just going to go ahead and repeat the same steps that we did earlier, be looking like this. So we're just going to go ahead and use the same thread that we used earlier, and we're just going to make some knots at the end of the thread to secure the thread. And guys, we're just going to go ahead and use our needle and thread to secure this to the pom-pom. Is looking alike. Guys, for this idea, I'm going to be showing you how to make the same pom-poms but longer. So you're just going to go ahead and use your thread to wrap around your hands. And guys, you want to wrap it as neatly as you can. Reach your desired size for your pom-pom. You're just going to go ahead and cut another piece of string. Now guys, when you're wrapping, it can get tangled in your fingers, so you just want to take your time and just be gentle. So we're going to go ahead guys, as I said, and cut a piece of string, and we're just going to lay that flat on the surface, and we're just going to tie a knot in the center as tightly as we possibly can. We're just going to make a few more knots to ensure that we secure our pom-poms in place. And then guys, what we're going to do next, we're going to use our scissors and we're just going to cut off those extras, and we're just going to cut right through our pom-poms. Now guys, after you have cut all your pom-poms out, you just want to go ahead and even it out. So you're going to attach your keyring by just using your needle and thread. We're making here is a fluffy pom-pom keychain. So you're just going to repeat the exact steps that I just did. Wrap it around your hand, secure it on the surface, make a knot, and go in with your scissors and cut your pom-poms out. Now the only thing that we're going to be doing differently here is that we're going to be using a comb to comb our thread out because we want to have a fluffy pom-pom. So you're combing out this pom-pom, you want to hold the center of your pom-pom tightly so as not to pull on the thread too much. And then guys, you're just gonna go ahead and fluff it out and go in with your scissors and trim it up. Pom-pom should look like. Now guys, we're going to be making some tassel keychains, and this is very similar to what we have made earlier. The only difference with making this is that after you have wrapped it around your hand and cut your second piece of thread, you're going to make a knot but at the tippity tip of the thread. So you're not going to go in the center as we did before. We're just going to go ahead and make a knot as tightly as you can, cut off that excess thread, and then we're just going to go right ahead and cut into our thread to make our tassels. So you just want to go ahead and cut into the center. Now guys, after you have done that, you just want to go ahead and make sure that it is even so that it looks neat. So I'm just going to go ahead and trim up the ends to make it a bit more even. Now guys, I'm just going to go ahead and pull a piece of thread from the top of this tassel to make our keychain, and there you have it guys. Next we're going to be making some hoop keychains. Now guys, if you do not have hoop earrings as I have here, you can go ahead and use your bangles. What I'm going to be doing guys, I'm making 2 knots on my hoop earring, and then I'm going to be going ahead and just wrap my thread around my earring. Now guys, you can wrap your thread however you want, make whatever shape, whatever design you want. It's all up to you. It's all up to you to use your creativity and get crafty. So I'm just going to go ahead and make a design here on my hoop earring, and then when I get to the end, I'm just going to cut my thread and I'm going to loop it through the thread that I have wrapped. Go in with another earring and begin to wrap it. After you have wrapped your earring all the way to the end, you just want to go in and use your hot glue gun to secure the end of your thread so as to not have your thread loosening. Then I'm going to go in again with my hot glue gun and I'm going to secure both earrings together. After which, I am going to go ahead and use the same color threads to make my keychain. So I'm just going to go ahead and make a twist on my keychain and just make a knot to secure my thread onto my hoop earrings. And guys, this is what your keychain should be looking like. So now guys, we're gonna make some cute little flower keychains. So we're gonna be making a loop with our thread from the top of our pencils to the bottom, and then we're gonna go to the center of that and we're gonna wrap our thread all the way around. Now guys, when wrapping, be careful not to wrap too tight as we'll have to remove our thread from the pencil. So you just want to go ahead and wrap it and then take your time and gently slide it off the pencil. We're gonna take the ends, the loose ends, and we're gonna put that through the hoop and just tighten, and then we're gonna make a few knots to secure our flower. And then guys, we're just gonna go ahead and cut off the thread, and this is what our flowers are looking like. I'm just gonna go ahead and use my glue gun to secure my flowers together to make an even bigger flowers. Now guys, if you want to be even safer with this, you can go ahead with your needle and thread and just secure your flowers together. And I'm just going in with my little cotton bud just to make a cute little flower. So now guys, I'm just gonna make a loop and I'm gonna use my thread to secure it. Use the same design that I've just made with the flowers, add a little cotton ball, and then I'm going to go ahead and add my key ring to my beautiful keychain, and there you have it. Now guys, this is similar to the step I have just done. I am just going in with a marker to make my flowers a bit bigger, and you just want to repeat the steps and you should have your flower looking like this. However guys, when you have that loop, you're not going to cut it as I did previously. You're going to use that loop to be your key ring for your keychain, and this is what it should look like. These are what the keychains are looking like. I hope you really enjoyed this video and see you in my next video.